So we are going to discuss about what is conditional probability. Let me start this discussion with a question. How do you read this particular probability? How do you people read this? Now, some students read this as the probability of A by B. Some students read this as the probability of A given that B has already occurred. The elegant way of reading this is, given that the outcomes are only from B, what is the probability of A? I repeat it again. How do you read this? Given that the outcomes are only from B, what's the probability of A? Now, because of this condition given to us, that is, given that the outcomes are only from B, what's the probability of A? This particular probability is called the conditional probability. So, we'll now see how do we find the conditional probability. For that, what I'll do is, I'll take a sample space. Let A and B be the events in the sample space. So, what I'm interested in? I'm interested in finding the conditional probability. So, how do you find this? The probability of A given that the outcomes are only from B. How do you find this? Have a look at this here. It's clearly given that the outcomes are only from what? The outcomes are only from B. Because of this, B is going to act like the reduced sample space. B is going to act like what? Reduced sample space. So, let's highlight this. So, this is our reduced sample space. Whatever outcomes you get, you are going to get only from this set now. Now, in addition to that, what are they asking? They are asking what's the probability of A. So, if at all A has to occur, it has to be from this shaded part. Have a look at this. Now, what is this shaded part? It is A intersection B. So, how do you find this particular probability? How do you find it? So, I have to count the number of points in this set, that is n of A intersection B, and then the number of points in the reduced sample space, that is n of B. I just do some modifications here, yeah. Let's do the rearrangement. So, have a look at this n of A intersection B divided with n of S by n of B divided by n of S, right? The same term I have divided in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So, it's not going to change, okay, change the value. But look at this, look at the highlighted portion. Now, this is the number of points in the A intersection B by number of points in the sample space. This one is the number of points in the set B by the number of points in the sample space. What is the numerator called? The numerator is called, or the numerator is simply the probability of A intersection B divided by the probability of B. So, this is the expression for the conditional probability. So, how do you find the probability of A given that the outcomes are only from B? It's simple. It's probability of A intersection B by probability of B, right? So, if you know this, that is the number of points in A intersection B by the number of points in B, that is going to be a very killer point in the problems. So, this is called, whenever, listen to me, whenever you are working with conditional probability, it's better we work with reduced sample space. It's better we use this expression for finding the conditional probability. So, this approach, that is B acting like what? B is acting like what? It is acting like reduced sample space. Keep that in mind. Similarly, suppose if I ask you what's the expression for the probability of B given that the outcomes are only from A, right? Similarly, what you can do is you can write expression for this as well. The probability of B given that the outcomes are only from A is simply the probability of A intersection B by what? The probability of A. So, here I can say that A is going to act like reduced sample space, okay. So, let me show you what does it mean by reduced sample space by taking some examples. Have a look at this example. He says a ticket is selected at random from 100 tickets numbered 00, 01, 02, so on 99. So, look at this, the tickets are numbered as 00, 01, 02, so on 99. So, because it is starting from 00 and it is still 99, there are 100 tickets, okay. If X and Y denote the sum and the product of the digits on the tickets respectively, the value of X equal to 9 given that Y is 0 is dash. Now, whenever you see this, it's clearly a problem based on conditional probability. So, before I get into the discussion, let me explain you what is X, what is Y. So, for that, let me randomly select a ticket. For example, let me select a ticket called 45. What does x represent here? X represents the sum. X represents the sum. So how much is the sum of the digits here? So what is 4 plus 5? It's 9. How much is the product? Because y represents product, na? Y represents the product. So what is product of these two digits, right? It's 4 into 5, which is 20. I hope you people understood what is the meaning of x and y. Let me take one more example. So let's take a ticket called 20. How much is x here? X means the sum of the digits. So it's 2 plus 0, which is 2. What's the product? Right? Now for the product, you have to multiply, na? So 2 into 0. 2 into 0 is 0. I hope you understand the terminology or the given what is x and what is y in the problem. So let's get into the discussion. What is asked is this conditional probability. So what is that? They're asking what's the probability that x is 9 given that y is 0. What's the probability that x is 9 given y equal to 0? It's clearly a conditional probability question. It's better we work with reduced sample space. So what I'll do is, first I'll write what is the sample space here. So we have tickets numbered 00 to 99. So let me write the sample space. The sample space is 00, 01, so on what? 99. How many points are there in the sample space? There are 100 points in the sample space. Now, can you create a set such that y is 0, right? Because the reduced sample space is y equal to 0, right? So, can you create a set where y is 0? What do you mean by y in the given problem? Y means the product of the digits, right? So, pick those tickets where the product of the digits is 0. For example, yeah, 0, 0, the product is 0. 0, 1, the product is 0. So on, 0, 9. So far, I have written 10 tickets. Okay, 002 means 002, 09, 10 tickets. Do you have any other tickets where the product is 0? We have few more tickets. Let me show them. So something like 10, 20, so on, 90. Now, if you try to count this, the number of points in this set where y is 0 is 19. Right? You try to count, the number of points in this set is 19. So this is going to be our reduced sample space. So now let me read this question again. Given that y is 0, what's the probability that x is 9? That means whatever ticket you choose, right, you are going to get a ticket only from this set, not from our sample space. You are going to get a ticket only from this set. So with this, they're asking what's the probability that x is 9, right? Now you try to look at this set. Give me such tickets where the sum of the digits is 9, right? So I have only two tickets here. For example, look at this, 09 and 90. You try to add them, So what is 0 plus 9? It's 9. What is 9 plus 0? It's 9. So out of 19 tickets, I have only 2 tickets where the sum is 9. So therefore, what do you think is the final answer for this? The final answer for this question is 2 by 19. So this is what is called the conditional probability, and this is what is called working with reduced sample space.